Desperate Duck and the Cactus Man. One day, Desperate Duck needed a break. He was used to breaking things, but having to break himself, now that was a different matter. Desperate Duck loved the outdoors, so he decided to get away from it all in the desert.
This is the life!
Sighed Desperate Duck as he climbed into his extra-large sleeping bag.
Twinkling stars above, and nothing but peace and quiet. This is going to make me feel even better.
One day, Desperate Duck was very tired.
I could sleep for days,
he yawned, as he started right away, surrounded in the silent desert by all the beautiful cactuses. But wait, one of the cactuses, did it move? It moved because it wasn't a cactus at all. It was one of Desperate Duck's dreaded evil enemies, the abominable Cactus Man. He was so much for peace and quiet. Now Desperate Duck was heavy. He was also a heavy sleeper, and he didn't stir in the slightest when the Cactus Man stretched his arms towards Desperate Duck so that his spikes shot out like a porcupine's hump.
Gosh darn it, Aunt Maggie! I want bigger beef pies than that,
shouted Desperate Duck in his sleep. But he didn't notice that his sleeping bag had pinned to the ground. Quick as a flash of lightning, the abominable Cactus Man jumped onto Desperate Duck's famous road roller bike and sped off in the direction of Cactus Town. But there was a trouble goes ahead. Desperate Duck's dream made him hungry. He just had to have a midnight feast. But when he woke up, he found that he'd been pinned to the spot.
What in the name of tarnation?
Grumbled Desperate Duck.
I came here for 40 winks, not 40 spikes. I reckon that creepy Cactus Man has been making a nuisance of himself.
Desperate Duck took in a big gulp of air, swelled his chest, and then it went bigger, 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 and pop. The spike shot out like a flurry of arrows, leaving Desperate Ducks with the extra-large world's first air-conditioned sleeping bag. When Desperate Duck looked around, he saw the abominable Cactus Man pedaling away in the distance.
That varmint! I knew it was him,
Duck growled.
He's going to pay for ruining my beauty sleep.
Just then, a farmer in his horse car passed by the road. He happened to be heading for Cactus Town, so much to the horse's horror, and then Desperate Duck hitched up a lift.
Gasp!
Wheezed the horse, but Desperate Duck was much too heavy to be pulled. But then, he came up with a perfect solution.
Don't you worry, poor horsey.
Desperate Duck smiled, as he unfastened the horse and set him down on the passenger seat.
You just stay there, because Duck is going to pull the wagon.
The farmer was just as pleased as the horse. With Desperate Duck up front, he'd get to Cactus Town then much quicker. In Cactus Town, the abominable Cactus Man was already up to his prickly pranks. He jabbed the newspaper boy, scattering his papers everywhere.
Spread the news, boy,
he crackled. The painful pest has spiked the postman as well, sending his letters flying, but even the ones that weren't marked as air mail. And finally, the Cactus Man went straight to work in the store, with falling lots of papers. When Desperate Duck got into town, he was that the abominable Cactus Man had got straight to work at the store. There were some papers flying everywhere.
That pesky critter, he's spreading litter,
huffed Desperate Duck. He wanted to get that green-skinned terror and teach him a lesson. The trouble there was in a town with full of cactuses, it was extremely hard to find the Cactus Man from the store. Just now, Desperate Duck's Aunt Maggie walked by, carrying a snack-sized fresh beef pie.
Another person to menace,
thought the Cactus Man, and he jabbed her like the others. Aunt Maggie dropped the beef pie, ruining it completely. And if there's anything Desperate Duck can't stand, it's wasted beef pie.
Grarick,
growled Desperate Duck, as he watched steam pouring from the broken beef pie.
That's not good, Mischief-making lame brine turkey excuse for a cactus.
Boomed Desperate Duck, breathing through enough air to blow up a hot air balloon and whooshing the Cactus Man clean off his feet.
"Oh!"
gasped the Cactus Man, smashing the wall. Bullseye! Desperate Duck has pinned him onto the livery stable door. The abominable Cactus Man was stuck to the wood by his own spikes, and he couldn't break free. It isn't good to be stuck somewhere when Desperate Ducks got really angry. Despite of Desperate Duck, still steaming with a rage, didn't say a word.
"Mercy!"
pleaded the Cactus Man with fright.
"I'll do anything you want. I'll even make up for all the bad things that I've done. Just don't hurt me, okay? So you want to make up for everything,
said Desperate Duck.
I'm going to take you up like that."
Tearing him from the stable door, he set the Cactus Man rolling down the street. Desperate Duck's friends from Cactus Town cheered as the pesky troublemaker's spikes picked up all the litter.
"I thought to take you for a spin more often,"
laughed Desperate Duck. But the Cactus Man certainly wasn't smiling. He felt so ill from the spitting that if he wasn't that color already, his skin would have gone as green as a desert cactus.